My name is Trevor, and back when I was 20, my buddy Justin and I had this thing where we would go for drives to explore creepy places. Our usual excursions led us to places like decaying houses, rundown mills, and a newfound favorite, deserted malls. In Galesburg, Illinois, during the summer of 2022, we set our sights on an unexplored abandoned mall. Choosing a Friday night, we planned our visit after sunset to heighten the eerie experience and minimize the chances of encountering security. To avoid drawing attention to our presence, Justin parked the car in a nearby neighborhood. We had then planned to hike the remaining distance to the mall, ensuring our vehicle wasn't conspicuous sitting in the parking lot. Equipped with essentials like water, flashlights, phone, and face masks, we were prepared for our exploration. Considering the poor air quality in abandoned locations, the face masks were particularly crucial. Reaching the mall, we headed towards the entrance of an old flagship department store, knowing it offered a suitable entry point. With the experience from previous mall expeditions, we had honed our skills at spotting entrances. Before proceeding, we used our flashlights to peer inside, ensuring the coast was clear. Justin took the lead and I followed closely behind. The darkness within was intense, and every sound resonated. The department was so big it seemed like an endless black void. Most of the ceiling tiles had crumbled and now covered the ground. Spray paint covered many of the walls and pillars. This place was no doubt creepy. Justin and I were quietly pointing out unsettling things we observed as we strolled along. Upon detecting faint voices in the distance, we halted our walk to listen intently. "You hear anything?" I questioned. Justin was paused, listening carefully. "Maybe some creaky pipes or dripping water or something. Let's go." Moving through the department store, we came across what appeared to be an employee's back room. Mold had taken root in the walls and ceiling, creating an unsettling atmosphere. As we weaved through the complex halls, I carefully examined each room as we passed. I pointed out to Justin, after shining a light into a somewhat, I want to stress the word, somewhat, tidier room with a few makeshift sleeping spots. "It seems like some homeless people might be staying here," I said. "Yeah, let's leave," Justin responded. "I don't want to mess with any crazies." A short while later, we both caught ear of echoing sounds in the dark abyss. Growing increasingly uneasy, we cautiously made our way out of the hallways and back into the vast open room. "We found it," Justin whispered as we stumbled upon the entrance to the center mall complex. Despite the darkness, I couldn't shake the impression of hearing voices and a faint echoing crunching sound, as if someone was stepping on glass directly behind us. Glancing back with my flashlight, I was horrified to see a naked, ghoulish-looking figure with long, straggly hair shriek at me as I illuminated it. It promptly darted away into the dark distance of the department store. Shouting a string of profanities, Justin and I hurried forward, still hearing the echo of the thing running in the department store behind us. Soon, I detected what appeared to be another one joining. The distant chatter prompted Justin and me to take cover swiftly, diving into what seemed to be an old drink stand. "Quiet," Justin urged as we simultaneously turned off our flashlights, immersing ourselves in the darkness. Straining our senses, we could clearly hear the movement of a couple of these things in the vicinity. It baffled me how they could navigate through these pitch-black rooms without a flashlight, given the complete absence of light. I figured they were just people, but given their disgusting appearance and the fact that they seemed to inhabit a dark, mold-infested abyss, it was challenging to categorize them as ordinary individuals. The distant sound began to diminish. Perhaps they were more afraid of us than we were of them. However, I wasn't overly confident about that. We decided to stay quiet for a bit longer until the sounds vanished completely. "I think we should get out of here," I stated. The allure of exploring the remaining parts of the mall no longer interested me. I just wanted to get out as soon as possible. Justin agreed, and we started making a game plan. Given Justin's solid understanding of the place, he suggested it would be best to go through another department store with the different exit leading outside. It was useless without the flashlights, so we switched them on and quietly made our way to the next department store. Progressing through the mall, we encountered various closed smaller stores, some readily accessible, while others were secured with boards and gates. Though the experience was frightening, there was an underlying sadness that accompanied me. The mall had been a substantial part of my childhood, and witnessing it in its current condition while walking these shadowy halls was genuinely saddening. Nostalgia was unmistakably taking hold. As we neared the entrance of the department store, the reverberating sounds made a comeback. It was clear that something was looming fairly nearby, but we can't see their position because somehow they are navigating without flashlights. The volume of the sounds steadily increased. "I think they're returning," Justin whispered. "Let's kill the lights again," I replied. We quickly moved around the first corner inside the department store and switched off our lights. Once again, we remained motionless, attentively listening for any discernible sounds. Following a brief pause, loud moans began to resonate, sending a shiver down my spine. "How do we escape from here?" I asked, my concern growing. "We could bolt for it now. The other entrance is just a minute's dash." Once again, the footsteps closed in on us, and the moans evolved into a sinister laugh. It was a signal to make a run for it. Both Justin and I confirmed to each other, took a final deep breath, activated our lights, and hastily made our way towards the exit. As soon as we began our sprint, the footsteps behind us escalated into running. Fear gripped my heart at the idea of these entities catching up to us. "Come on, keep going. Go, go, go," Justin yelled as we raced through the ominous darkness. The creatures trailing behind us seemed to be closing in, their footsteps accompanied by crunching of the molded fallen ceiling tiles. "The exit's right there," Justin pointed out, shifting his flashlight beam towards a broken piece of board that appeared to lead outside. As we maneuvered our way through the opening in the board, I flashed my light back one last time, revealing two demented-looking figures rapidly heading our way. Unsure of their intentions, I had no good reason of sticking around to find out. We exited and began sprinting down the parking lot. Both Justin and I looked back, our flashlights focused on the exit. At the moment the ghouls were emerging, a security car activated its siren a couple of times and illuminated us with its high beam light. Typically, I would be concerned about getting caught by security, but this time, it was a source of relief as those creatures retreated back into the abandoned mall. Justin and I shared a laugh as the security approached. We were honest and told the officer we were just exploring the mall and didn't mean to cause any disturbances. We also explained that there were others in there that were pursuing us. I was more direct in my words of what I saw. I wasn't shy to call them creatures because they didn't look like any man to me. Both Justin and the guard sort of laughed that part off, brushing off that moment, unaware of the grotesque red, patchy, scaly skin and the long, unkept, straggly hair. These beings effortlessly moved in darkness. Residing in a mold-infested abyss, these seemed like monsters. Justin and I received a warning, being cautioned that these places posed a danger, and we were advised against exploring them. Acknowledging the advice, Justin and I thanked the officer and made our way to our car. Casting a final glance towards the shadowy exit, I saw nothing. A year has gone by since the encounter with those creatures at Sandburg Mall, yet I frequently pass by it even today. Despite never setting foot inside again, I often ponder whether those ghouls still linger in the darkness, hidden from the view of the city's residents.